Well, you heard it from Jamie himself. Main event time, and what a main event it is. One of the biggest matches to ever take place under the PWO banner. Judas Icarus, the born sinner himself, looking to become openweight champion in his debut. Something no one has ever done before. The Van City Vulture himself.
Didn't mean to step on you there, Kevin. One of the fastest rising stars in Canadian professional wrestling. Now in the main event here at PWO, Jonny Deluca. He wanted the best, he wanted the brightest, and he got it, the Van City Vulture. Strangely enough, no stranger to Ontario wrestling rings, actually started out and trained with Eddie Osborne way back in the day and went on to be one of his brightest superstar pupils, making a name all across North America. Looking to add another championship to already a growing list of accomplishments for Judas Icarus.
A very charismatic individual, a very unique outlook on his style of professional wrestling. If you have not had the chance to see Judas Icarus in the squared circle before, buckle up. You're in for a treat here tonight at Natural Born Sinners.
You can hear those Deluca chants ringing out, almost drowning out Judas Icarus' theme here. With that announcement we heard from Jamie moments before this matchup, Josh Alexander coming to PWO rings, returning. And what a matchup that'll be, with the winner potentially going on to face Josh Alexander from this matchup right here at Natural Born Sinners. I could only imagine Deluca and Alexander, or Icarus and Alexander.
Jonny Deluca with a brand new theme song. You know his name. And here tonight, Johnny D once again defending that Pro Wrestling Ontario Open Weight Championship, the youngest ever open weight champion in our company's history, Chris.
The youngest ever and one of the proudest champions ever to hold that big gold here, that PWO Open Weight Championship. Wants to set the record straight. That's why he wants only the best, and he got it. Judas Icarus right here in the main event of Natural Born Sinners.
Johnny D, the man who single-handedly ended the reign of terror of John Greed and Disgraceland. And now here tonight, looking to establish himself once again, going one-on-one with Judas Icarus. This match taking place for the very first time. Two young, hungry competitors in the prime of their careers. This is gonna be like two young lions fighting to be in control of the pride. Two silverback gorillas looking to be the alpha male.
With that championship held high, Jonny Deluca proudly holds that gold, but for how much longer? Judas Icarus not impressed with the champion, with a sign of disrespect, with his back turned.
Now we're going to take it down to Jamie for the official introductions for this main event match.
From
And the official in this match, the legendary referee, Harry D. He's officiated some of the very biggest matches our industry has ever seen. Could that be a sign of what we're about to see here between these two young stallions?
And Kevin, if you thought Natural Born Sinners, the card overall was impressive, wait till you see this main event here.
Such a great night of action, starting things off with Jax Williams and Rip Impact, leading into matches like Del Bruno and Evan Greenaway. The Trios Championship match we saw just moments ago.
All the champions were able to retain here tonight. Will it be a sign of things to come for Deluca?
That openweight title has been held by some of the greatest this company has ever seen. We're talking names like inaugural champion Matthew Grant. We're talking people like the legendary Justin Sane, Alessandro Del Bruno, Evan Greenaway, and now currently Jonny Deluca. This is a who's who of Ontario professional wrestling. But here tonight, Judas Icarus can become the first man that hails outside of Ontario to hold that very gold.
He'd love nothing better, I'm sure, to take that championship back to Vancouver, British Columbia. Bragging rights for someone like Judas Icarus.
Icarus told me earlier today he's here to prove that the best of Vancouver are better than the best Hamilton have on any given day. Frankly, these are two competitors that are very evenly matched in a lot of ways. Both very charismatic, technically gifted, thinking quick on their feet as well.
Both with very similar upward momentum and trajectory in the sport of professional wrestling. See a nice break there from the champion, Jonny Deluca.
On a cross chop from Icarus. Almost challenging Jonny, give me your best. Judas is the kind of competitor who is always looking for the fight of his life. And Jonny is no different in that regard himself.
Both men very evenly matched. Either man to get a true advantage thus far.
Very much
Jonny Deluca.
Very much a feeling out process here in the early goings. These two competitors have never met in the ring before, but I'm sure they have both studied up on each other, preparing for this championship match.
European style reversal from Judas Icarus, able to turn things around. Very unique. Armor on the inside of Jonny Deluca.
And that's the thing with Icarus. He can take a very common move like an arm wringer and change it up just a bit to put his opponent in a situation where they think they know how to get out of that move, but just when they think they're out of it, he applies it in a different way to put them in even more danger.
Great exchange of holds here. Some nice pure technical mat wrestling on display.
Icarus currently in control here, but Jonny not allowing him to stay in control for too long.
Great athleticism from Icarus.
The way Judas can move is just absolutely mind-blowing. Stomping on that outside leg and now taking control, torquing that ankle away from the rest of Jonny's body.
Wisely putting that pressure, pinning that alternate leg down. Not allowing Deluca to roll over and break that hold.
Just with Judas, there's never a wasted movement, never a wasted moment in his game plan. Jonny trying to slap his way out of this. And he's got his leg free, forcing Icarus to break that hold.
One good stiff shot to the side of the head, was able to do it. Icarus launches Deluca to the outside, but with a pump handle across that top rope.
Oh, and missing with that elbow, adding a little more damage to that right arm. Jonny goes over. ducks right behind, takes Judas into the ropes. Judas holds on. Into the ropes goes Johnny. Once again. Oh, and leapfrogging right into that Manhattan drop, following it up with a beautiful step up enziguri.
Both men so quick, but lightning quick for Jonny Deluca here, gaining the upper hand.
Well, you don't get a moniker like Mr. Electricity without being lightning quick, that's for sure. Johnny wasting very little time here, focusing in on the Van City Vulture.
Deluca very deliberate with those strikes.
And Judas missing with his, allowing Johnny to get back in control with that shot right to the kidneys. Face first goes Judas now, as Johnny continues to stay in control of our main event here tonight. Openweight title on the line. PWO fans, we want to thank you for joining us here for Natural Born Sinners Live on IWTV. One person who's not enjoying this is the Van City Vulture.
Challenger on the receiving end of some serious punishment here. Deluca sends him for a ride. Reversal once again. Leapfrogs out of the back corner.
On a beautiful Hurricane Run and knocking Icarus right back down, and back up he goes. Johnny trying to take control once again of that left arm.
Deluca trying to wear down Icarus, trying to keep him grounded.
And that's very intelligent from Johnny. One of the most devastating moves in Judas's arsenal, that lighthouse lariat. You take out the arms of Judas, you take out the ability for him to hit that patented finishing move. A move that's beaten competitors like Gabriel Fuerza in the past.
We saw a clean blink earlier from Deluca.
All missing with that chop though. Johnny ducking underneath, and right into that chop he goes. But Judas, the effects of the damage he's taken to that arm could be playing a factor into his strikes already.
Both men with excruciating busy schedules in professional wrestling, but maybe Judas Icarus could have underestimated the champion here, coming into PWO a little too cocky perhaps, Kevin.
That could be the case, but now Icarus in control of this match. Johnny reversing it. I may have spoken a little bit too soon. These competitors just so evenly matched.
Stiff shot to the face to Deluca.
Shot right to the back there. Once again to the shoulder blades. And a knee right in between. Takes Johnny up. And a beautiful twisting final cut from Judas. Goes for the cover. And a kick out from Deluca.
Big time mistake from Icarus, didn't hook the leg. A beautiful execution on that double underhook.
But Johnny looks like he's seeing some stars at this very moment. Judas now with another stiff shot to the back of Johnny. Icarus, time and time again, some of the most devastating strikes I have seen in this great sport.
Pummeling the champion, sent him out on the ramp. Right out in the crowd here at the Germania Hall.
And the official Harry D taking some time before starting that count.
Icarus with that double chop, unload on Deluca onto the ramp. Little extra leniency from Harry D in this main event for the PWO Openweight Championship.
On, Judas goes for a cover kick out from Johnny. You know, Harry D has been doing this long enough. He knows when there's a title on the line, it might not be a bad idea to show a little bit more leniency than you would normally. No one wants to see this match end on a countout. No one wants to see it end on a DQ. When you're looking at two young, hungry competitors, you want a distinct victory one way or the other.
Two young men in their prime on the cusp of greatness, and you're seeing one hell of a main event here at Natural Born Sinners, aptly named after Judas Icarus himself, one of the toughest challenges for Deluca to date.
And what an ego boost that must be for Judas heading into this match. Almost as if this whole event is like we're rolling out the red carpet for the Van City Vulture himself. Jonny now trying to go for a cross armbar. That patented submission background of his.
Great innovative reversal into that armbar, some of that European wrestling style on display that Jonny Deluca picked up on his excursions through Europe.
And one of the things people don't talk about with Jonny is his jiu-jitsu background. And that's going to play a big part in his submission game. But look at that, Judas forcing Jonny into a dangerous situation and then bringing him up with that guillotine.
I just wanted to know, is that guillotine part of his jiu-jitsu background?
Could very well be the case.
Deluca hung up, and he's in a lot of trouble there. Advantage to Judas Icarus now.
But the damage Judas has taken to that arm, you can see him there, testing the strength, wondering, is this the time to go for that lighthouse lariat? Or should I do something else first, let my arm heal before I hit the finishing blow?
Jonny Deluca, proud fan favorite here in Hamilton and in PWO. That's why he is the open weight champion. Fighting champion at that. He's in trouble here, Kevin.
Jonny D
Icarus continues to unload.
He's in a lot of trouble here as Icarus, just those devastating kicks right to the temple. Jonny D getting knocked a little bit loopy at the hands of Icarus. Oh, and that was a thunderous shot from Mr. Electricity.
But Deluca hard into those buckles. Icarus refusing to let go of that arm. It paid off to his advantage.
But Icarus, he can take the simplest moves and work them into very devastating situations, like we just saw there, sending Jonny back first into that turnbuckle.
Icarus, deadly striker, getting Deluca into position on the apron. It's not going to end well for either man if this connects here.
Jonny holding onto that top rope, trying to make sure he does not fall victim to whatever Icarus has in mind. The openweight champion able to create that separation now as both men are on that apron, and we've seen this from Jonny before. That aggressive look on the champion's face. Icarus hooking that foot around that bottom rope and pulling up on that damaged arm. Jonny now, sling blade on the apron from the open weight champion.
That is one of Deluca's favorite maneuvers to utilize. Now he needs to get Icarus back inside that squared circle. However, I suppose if he got counted out, he'd still retain the title, but I'm sure that's not the way that Deluca would like to go out here in the main event at Natural Born Sinners.
Well, with everything Jonny did to gain that championship, everything he's put himself through to successfully retain it, I have a hard time believing he'll let it end with a count out.
And despite being on the receiving end, Icarus in the ring first.
Icarus still trying to shake the cobwebs out of that right arm. Jonny now falling victim to a European uppercut. Icarus still not able to get all of it though, without risking a serious injury.
Both men have absorbed so much.
Now a strike from Icarus. Jonny returning the favor.
Shot for shot, European uppercuts, forearms, whatever's going to get the job done.
Jonny with some repeated strikes now. Judas not getting all of it though, but eats a back elbow and a twisting back fist. Jonny D very much in control right now, but just when he thinks he has it, Icarus finds a hole in Jonny's plan. But not long enough.
Sling blade once again, but Icarus still on his feet here.
So back and forth between these young gladiators. Jonny gets the boot up, second rope. Hurricane Rana taking down Icarus. And a blue!
Reversal!
Turning it around! New champion! Now Jonny to retain! And a kick out. Jonny up on that second rope. Missile drop kick! Right to the chest of the born sinner. Hooks the outside leg. 2, wow, says Harry D.
Another near fall. Great execution on that drop kick from Deluca. He thought he had it. So close. 2 count only, says Harry D.
Oh, but as Jonny takes time to recover, he's giving Judas the same. You can't waste any time when you're in there with a stud like Judas Icarus.
Judas Icarus, resilient wrestler, able to absorb great amount of punishment. We're seeing that right here in this incredible main event. But Deluca says it's all over here, Kevin.
Trying to take him up for that Blue Thunder bomb, but Judas applies that side headlock. Maybe out of desperation, maybe part of his game plan. Now those clubbing blows to the back of Jonny's head.
Serious damage to the back of the head and neck of Deluca.
You can kind of see Jonny's legs looking a little al dente at the moment. Taking control of that arm once again is Deluca. Icarus desperately trying to break out of this hold. Misses with that lariat, turning things around. Jonny goes over. Icarus into a Blue Thunder bomb! And a kick out from the challenger!
So many near falls. And Icarus has taken the best that Jonny Deluca has had to offer here.
Both competitors down on the mat. They've given so much to this match, all to call themselves open weight champion. One of the most prestigious championships in Ontario today.
Deluca needs to follow up. He's starting to stir. He's to his feet.
Jonny looking like he's calling for that double dose, the move that won him this very title. Judas grabbing a hold of that foot.
Icarus holding on for dear life here.
Shot right to the back. Deluca trying to take Judas up for a power bomb. Ooh!
Deluca done playing around.
That last shot was something else. Taking him up. And forget about it, but no! Icarus, backslide, title on the line, kick out from Jonny.
He had Deluca hooked good there. The momentum carried him over, was able to break that pinning combination.
And every time Judas is using that right arm, he is risking serious injury, Chris. Just goes to show how bad he wants to be champion. Face first into that turnbuckle he goes.
That's how much the big one means here. The PWO Openweight Championship. Both competitors fighting tooth and nail here.
Icarus! Russian leg sweep sending Jonny head first into that middle turnbuckle.
And this works out to the game plan that Icarus had been working on Deluca. The back of the head, the back of the neck of Deluca. Driven right into those turnbuckles. He softened him up earlier with those lariats to the back of the neck.
Jonny now reeling from that last shot. Judas might be looking for the end here.
Champion dazed. Icarus getting fired up.
And there it is, going for the lighthouse lariat, but Jonny blocks it right at the end. Just as the move reaches its apex, takes him up and drops him. Hooks the outside leg and a kick out.
Turn the champion inside out.
Judas Icarus almost had him with the icky thump. That reverse X-plex, center of the ring.
Fans coming alive here for the champion Deluca, trying to get Jonny back into it.
Judas almost stalking the champion here. I can only assume right now he is telling the champion, I'm about to take that gold from you.
take that gold all the way back to Vancouver, British Columbia. Icarus would like nothing more. Go home with that big goal, to go home with that bragging rights of BC over Ontario, right here at Pro Wrestling Ontario. He'd love to send a message. Unloads on Deluca once again to the back of the neck.
Taking control of that left arm of Johnny, refusing to let go. He's got something planned for the open weight champion. And Johnny fighting tooth and nail to make sure we don't find out what that plan is. Snapmare takeover. And what a shot that was! And a penalty kick to follow it up. Lateral press kick out from Deluca.
And we've seen a lot of great matches here tonight, Kevin, but nothing as brutal, as physical as this main event.
And that's saying something, Chris. We've seen some crazy bouts here this evening at Natural Born Sinners. Icarus trying to climb up top, but Johnny doing what he can to stop it. Just barely getting a grip of that Achilles tendon.
And Icarus, no stranger to the aerial assault. Ty made his name here in professional wrestling. Well-versed high flyer.
I mean, it's in his name, Icarus, but we all know what happens when Icarus flies a little too close to the sun, Chris.
Well, you play with fire, you get burned, but he's got a sleeper hold extended.
And Johnny just suspended in midair at the mercy of the born sinner.
Like a hangman's noose, but he wasn't going to win the championship that way, but a lot of damage done. Deluca's out of it. Icarus all the way up top now.
Now Icarus off the top with that big time frog splash. Title on the line. I think we have a new champion, Chris. Just in time. Johnny gets the shoulder up.
So many close calls for Judas, Icarus, both men so evenly matched. As you had mentioned here, Kevin, incredible. Getting Deluca back up to his feet, propping him up on those buckles. Icarus sensing victory here at the Germania Hall. Might be moments away from it now.
Now both competitors perched up on that middle rope. This could go very well for both, or very badly for both competitors, I should say.
Easily tumble out onto the floor.
Judas being forced down to the mat. Johnny staying up on that middle rope.
I think Johnny was maybe trying to get down there, but Icarus still taking the fight to him, Kevin. Back up top goes Icarus now.
Icarus hooking the arm, could be looking for a superplex. Johnny attacking the kidneys. Oh!
Caught Icarus in mid-flight.
And now Icarus knocking Johnny off that top rope. And a big shot to the back. And right to the spine with that knee. Up and over he goes. Nearly landing in the front row.
Landing on his feet, Icarus. Throwing all caution to the wind there, using his body as a weapon any way possible. Deluca rolled back into the ring, and Icarus goes up top once again.
Icarus not quite able to find his footing, giving Johnny enough time for a super belly to belly. And now both competitors on the mat, neither able to capitalize in this championship match.
Launching Icarus off that top rope, clear across the ring, belly-to-belly superplex. Great execution from Deluca.
Hell, if Johnny put a little bit more force into that, Icarus could have landed out on the floor.
Unfortunately, Deluca unable to follow up, and we're up to the count of 5.
Now whoever gets up to their feet first, I'm gonna make a bet, is going to be the open weight champion when this is all done, Chris. It's the amount of punishment they've both withstood. You gotta wonder how much is left in the tank.
Only one man will be going on to going rogue in June as the PWO Openweight Champion. Potentially the walk weapon Josh Alexander waiting in the wings.
That could very well be the case. We haven't quite heard the official word yet.
Icarus getting fired up, trying to get back into it.
Jonny doing very much the same. Both competitors putting everything they have into each strike they are dishing out, knowing that this could very well be the closing moments of this championship match.
We could be watching the final exchange here. Both men waging a hell of a war against one another.
Now both of these competitors, neither one giving the other an inch, not even a millimeter, Chris.
But they're both still standing, Kevin.
And frankly, I have no idea how. Icarus stomping on that toe, holding it in place as he delivers chop after chop. And Jonny with the poison Rana. This could be it. Double dose. Icarus blocks it. Lighthouse lariat. Jonny blocks that as well.
Reversal from Deluca.
Going for the icky thump. But Jonny now has something planned. Icarus turns things around. Jonny now. Just neither of these competitors able to stay in control for very long.
One man, one step ahead. Oh, advantage to Icarus. No, Deluca turns it around. Fisherman.
Oh my, almost a brain buster. Center of the ring from Jonny. Hooks the leg, title on the line, kick out from Icarus. Now Jonny.
One more time.
Double dose not connecting. Schoolboy pin for the title. Kick out from Deluca.
That was almost it right there.
Icarus now. Slap right to the chest. Jonny with a big drop kick, but not. Oh, knocking. Icarus to the outside. And a tope! Suicida!
Out to the floor, almost in front of the bar here in the Germania Hall. Champion willing to risk it all here to retain the gold. And you can hear the fans here in Germania Hall in appreciation for one hell of a main event.
Jonny sending Icarus back into the ring. Jonny following suit. Icarus going for a shot there. Jonny blocks it. Headbutt to follow it up from Icarus. Once again, trying to pull that arm right out of its socket. Icarus using those educated feet. Lighthouse lariat. But again, that weakened arm not able to get the job done as Jonny takes him up. And forget about it.
Rocking Icarus now.
Double dose connects. Hooks the leg. 2, 3. Jonny does it.
Incredible.
On a night filled with absolutely epic matches, Chris, what we just saw was unbelievable.
Jonny Deluca cementing his name, cementing his championship reign here with a big-time victory over Judas Icarus, proving why he is at the top of the mountain here in PWO. Incredible victory.
Silent exchange of words between these two gladiators. And after a match like they just had, I am sure there is a newfound respect for each other. And Judas is not the kind of competitor that gives respect easily. But now, once again, Jonny D proving why he is king of the mountain and why he is the PWO Open Weight Champion.
What a way to cap things off here at Natural Born Thrillers. Sinner, sorry. It was a thrilling main event, I should say, Kevin. Incredible.
That was.
Jonny Deluca, victorious, lives to fight another day with that PWO Openweight Championship. It's been an honor to call the action here with you here tonight. We look forward to seeing what Deluca has in store at Going Rogue in June.
We do, absolutely. And with all that said, PWO fans, thank you so much for joining us for another epic event here live from the legendary Germania Club. I have been Kevin Caligari, joined by Chris Crucifix. Thank you, good night, and Godspeed.